Hi guys, welcome back to my weekly readings. I trust you guys had a great week last week and are gearing up for this new week that's coming up. For those of you that live in the United States, it's turkey time. It's time to share. It's time to look back into our past and know that there were some very courageous Indians that shared a special meal with those that were starting over, new beginnings, new place. They didn't know what to do, and someone opened their hearts to them and shared with them their food, their ways of living, how they could survive. So it's time to remember that. It's also time to share with family, with those that you love, relationships, children, grandchildren, whoever you can get together with this coming holiday, and share some good times with. Share food, share drinking, share whatever you have, you know. I am very blessed to still have my mother with me. I'm very blessed that we are in a new place, that we can look around and see something very beautiful around us. So I'm going to be giving a lot of thanks to the universe for their assistance, for helping me be brave and take a step that they were asking me to take. You guys as well need to open up, because on the table we have a card that represents new beginnings, divinely guided new beginnings for a lot of us. If you dare to take a step, if you dare to work very hard in order to bring about that new beginning, to manifest it, to desire it. And for all of us, it could be different. It could be a relationship, it could be a child, it could be a home, it could be a job, it could be a promotion. For everyone, it's different how this new beginning is going to come into our lives, but nonetheless, it's still divinely guided. So ask your angels to help you to take that step forward, not to be afraid. And you need to thank the universe as well for the new beginnings that are coming about for us, because we have purged, we have worked very, very hard the beginning of this year in order to change our lives, to do things that are different, and to be thankful. No matter what the situation is in your life, you have to be thankful for what you have. This is the way that you manifest new things, and constantly have a dialogue with the universe, with your angels, with your guides, with your ancestors. You can pull the energy from all of them in order to manifest a way forward, to see it, to believe it, and then to move forward regardless of your fears. Okay, there are some new beginnings that are coming for us due to all of our hard work, so keep your thoughts positive, which is something that they are asking us to do. Some of the cards that I have here on the table are asking us to be strong. To be strong and to communicate with the universe. And these cards is called God, Father. Some of you may have your father on the other side as well, who is helping you with these new beginnings, with a new path, with a way forward that is more you, more your authentic self, so you can become who you truly are. We have a card here that says that we need to get over ourselves. We need to get over our reflection. We need to be our authentic self in order to bring about these new beginnings in a positive way, so that they don't get blocked, so that they aren't somehow a false start, because we are afraid. We live in fear. Our ego pretty much controls us, and we fear that we can't truly be who we are. So we put another persona out for everyone, and we become that persona, which isn't who we are. That in itself will block these new beginnings from coming in. It'll block what the universe wants to bring to you, what the universe would love for you to become, because you are blocking your true self. You need to connect more with your higher self. You need to connect more with the universe, with God, with Jesus. This card, last time I opened up this deck, this is the card that I got, and I posted it. And again, it comes to remind you that your father, my father, our father, which is God, or the universe, source, whatever you want to call it, it's all the same thing, wrapped up in one big energy. gives you the true bread from heaven. The true bread from heaven that was given to us was Jesus Christ. Now we need to follow a bit more of his teachings, the unconditional love that we should have for ourselves and for those around us. When we negatively think of the people around us, when we pull negative energy because we are afraid, because we feel that we're being hurt by them, or that someone is hurting us, or that someone is not being honest, whatever it is that's a negative thought, we block. We block the good things that are coming from the universe, from God, from source, from energy, whatever you want to call it. Sometimes when I speak about God or Jesus, people click off because they don't want to hear religion. And it isn't religion, it's beliefs, it's spirituality. This is an ascended master, and it's the master that I happen to follow, and that I always have. It's not new for me, it's a lifetime of it. So I'm not afraid to speak of God, or the angels, or Jesus, because I happen to love it, all of it. We need to be strong. It could also represent getting out and exercising, walking, making your body stronger so that the changes that come about are a bit easier for you. You also need to strengthen your resolve, because you may have some experiences that are coming up that are going to be difficult, but not devastating, and we will not be alone, because through our beliefs, we will be supported. Okay. For those of you that have your father still here, you need to communicate with him. You need to share some times with him, because perhaps there's some old energy, there's some negative patterns there that were somehow affected you through your father, or something that you need to mend, a bridge that you need to mend with your father figure. If you didn't have a father, if you had a stepfather or someone that was like a father to you, maybe it's time to communicate with them. Maybe it's time to thank them for their assistance, the time that they spent with you. If your father is in heaven like mine is, it's time to talk to him, to thank him for the time that he was around, for being part of your life, even if it was just for a small time. When you pass, you will be with him again. You will spend time with him again. But you could access your parent through your dreams. So be aware that there could be a message that's coming through for you from your father on the other side. I must be aware as well, because perhaps he's trying to communicate with me, because there are two cards here that represent our father. So it could be literally saying that your father is trying to communicate with you from the other side, and you need to listen, because there are some new beginnings that are coming for you, and you cannot be afraid, and you need to be your authentic self in order to be able to open up that bridge, open up that channel of prosperity, or of whatever it is that they're trying to bring in. Another card is the card of having fun. I also got this card, I don't know if it was last week or sometime this week, where we need to get out and do things that we enjoy more. Our inner child might need help. Maybe our inner child has been wounded, or maybe there's some situations that are coming up now in our lives as we're purging out old negative energy, or old patterns, old thoughts, old wounds that we're trying to heal in order for us to move forward, in order for us to take out the blocks that we have between us and the universe. We're trying to manifest, but there's certain things that we must remove out of our lives, our thoughts, our habits, old wounds that we need to heal. So we're being told that if we get out and do things that are more fun for us, become a child again somehow in our minds, and then get out there and manifest, get out there and do the things that make you happy. What if it's running? What if it's going out in a park? What if it's being under a tree? What if it's looking at flowers and just smelling them, taking pictures of them, envisioning yourself a flower? Whatever it is that makes you feel like a child again, playing with toys, go to the store, buy something. Whatever it is that will help you heal your inner child, it's time to do it. We're being asked to have more fun. Go to a carnival, if there is one around you. Go to an art show. Go be with people. Be with different people. Just do something different. Do something that makes you especially happy. Don't worry about anybody else but yourself right now, because you're trying to take out your blocks and raise your vibrations so that you can manifest the things that you're trying to manifest. Now, the spirit world is trying to communicate with you, and it's trying to bring you messages from your deceased loved ones, or it's asking you to connect with your loved ones now, because it is important. Okay, there's a miracle coming for us. Something that's going to manifest that you will see it or perceive it as a miracle. Wow, I don't believe this has happened. Or you won't believe it, but you will be seeing it. So open up, because the miracle that's coming is due to your hard work. And if you take out the last initial blocks that have been holding you back from being your true self, your true authentic self, then the miracle is there already in the spirit world, already ready to manifest for you. You just have to believe. And don't put any negative thoughts into whatever good comes your way, okay? Because otherwise you're going to block it. And me included, you know, so I have to change the ways that I think, and if I have to, so do you, in order to be able to listen to the message and get it when you hear it, okay? Because those are the messages for today, for this week, for always. But they start now, and if you work on it, by the end of the year, you may see something beautiful manifest in your life that you never thought would happen, or that catches you completely by surprise, and it just comes out of nowhere. Because the universe works like that. You listen, you follow your guidance, and they will reward you. They, as in your guides, your ancestors, the universe, your angels, which are always listening. Open up channels of communication with your guides, with your angels, with your ancestors. You need to have conversations a lot. And if someone says, "Oh, are you talking to yourself?" just say, "Yes, I am." Did you answer yourself? Yes, I do. Because that is how you communicate sometimes with your angels and your guides. Other times they're bringing you messages in your dreams. Just try to pay attention. Buy yourself a symbols, a dream book, to see if you can match things up. When your guides or your angels are trying to bring you messages and you don't get them, sometimes a book helps, because if you start to research symbols from your dreams in a book, then they'll know, okay, look, she's looking at the book, or he's looking at the book, let me give him something that is in the book, so that when they look for it, they get it, you know, and then you start your rapport that way. There's other ways to have a rapport with your angelic guides and your guides. There's going to be a surge of energy that you're going to be receiving during this week. This week is going to start off very, very busy. It is a very busy week here in the United States as well. We have Black Friday right after the holidays, and then there's like the Monday, the Cyber Monday, whatever. People are going to be high energy because now it's the shopping time, now it's the crunch time for the holidays, so there's going to be a lot of movement. But there's also going to be a lot of messages that come in. There could be a soulmate that comes into the lives of some of us, you know. Some of us are opening up those channels, so there could be many messages from many people. You have to be careful and make sure that the messages that you are receiving are positive, or are from someone that you would like to continue to communicate with. This could also be messages from work. It could be messages from children. It could be messages from your loved ones. You could be getting together with your loved ones. So these are just a surge of messages, and I am just trying to relay all the different kind of messages that could be happening. But it could also be someone new that starts to communicate with you via the internet, messaging, someone that you meet at work, or someone that you meet when you're out. Because like I said, there's going to be a lot of surge of movement, of energies, of communication. You have to be careful as well not to move too quickly, because this card does represent quick movement forward. It also represents travel. For some of you, you're going to be traveling for the holidays, so this card represents that the travel is going to happen. There's going to be a collapse of the ego as well. So for some of you, there's a house move. After this travel, these messages are going to represent house moves. Okay, for some of you, it's a collapse of your ego. There's a sudden, something that happens suddenly where you realize that there's something of you that you need to let go of. There's something that is negative that you need to stop doing. There's a reflection, like it started that way with looking at your reflection and releasing the egotistical part of yourself, the part that's blocking you from being who you are. and it looks like it's going to happen due to messaging, due to something that happens that changes your life, a sudden trip, a sudden movement forward, something that comes in this week that you say, you know what, I don't want this anymore. A sudden collapse of the ego. A sudden breakdown of the way things are. So there could be a message that comes in that changes where you're living, what you're doing. This could be a house move again, a change of jobs, someone new that comes into your life, or just something that happens, perhaps someone that you live with or someone that you know has a big message to give you, and it changes what you're doing in your life. So be aware that there's some big changes that are coming in this week. Okay. There's also travel. Someone may have lost their home. Someone may be coming to you due to this collapse of a home, of a way of life. Something that changes your way of life. This represents the Ten of Pentacles. This is loyalty to who you are in this deck. It's being loyal to your true self. This represents inheritance. This represents family. Represents financial security. There could be a loyal person that comes into your life that changes everything. Again, this could be a soulmate that's coming in for some of you, so be aware of that. And it's all brought on by the divine order. It's brought on by karma. It's brought on by the universe saying it's time for you to balance your life. There's something that's out of balance and you need to fix it. You need to work on it. And once that balance comes in, it will stabilize your home. It will stabilize what's going on, your finances. So there could be a change in your finances, a big change. Okay, but this is divinely guided. Whatever it is that happens here, it's something that's brought on by the universe. And it's brought on by this surge of energy that happens at the beginning of the week. These are some very powerful cards. And it's something that happens that it's not expected. This is the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords comes in and it's something that happens in your life very, very quickly. But it doesn't stay. Whatever that is does not remain in your life. So know that there's something that's happening very, very quickly when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your home life. It's brought on by karma. It's something that was supposed to happen, so don't be afraid, because if the universe has a hand in it, then it's something brought on by the universe. Right? But you will have the strength. So you're being asked to be strong, that these changes that are coming are supposed to happen. All right? And there's a miracle that's due to occur in your life. And it's being brought on by the Father energy. So again, the universe is bringing this on. So whatever this is that's coming into our lives, don't be afraid. It's supposed to happen. Okay. There at the end we have the universe, the expansion of the universe. So paths that end for us, new beginnings, which was the very first card that we got. The collapse of your ego, a sudden revelation of something that perhaps you did not know, something that was hidden. Due to a message, you may find this out. So suddenly you have this collapse of the ego, of what you've been doing up to now, or you realize that perhaps you're going in the wrong direction, or you're thinking something that isn't real, or something that needs to stop. The ego again. And it has to do with your loyalty to family, to your work, to the things that you do in your life. Okay? So this big revelation that's coming, it's going to change things, but you will remain loyal to those that you love, to your life in general. This is the Justice card. And justice is blind, but It is karmic. So due to what you have done in the past, whether it's been good or bad, then you have justice to come to roost, because it's time for karmic payback, in a sense, okay? Which will bring balance into your life. Whatever this is, this divine order of equilibrium is going to balance out whatever's been going on. So there's a lot of, this could be another person as well that has a revelation and that comes to you and speaks to you about this revelation, or about how they feel, which changes a lot of things in your life. Therefore, the new beginnings can occur, because perhaps it's a wound from the past, or a situation that you have from someone from the past, family member, whatever it is, it heals you. And then it ends a cycle in your life that's very, very difficult. And so a new one can begin, more expansive one, because you have learned a lot of lessons. This karmic lesson that you have learned is going to help you move forward, okay? So keep yourself open for these new messages that are going to be coming in, that are going to change some things. They're going to have a big effect on you, a mind broadening effect, you know, an epiphany, where some things will no longer affect you in your life. They're going to come down, whether it's your beliefs, negative thinking, a pattern that you've done, something that's been going on in your life that you're going to finally let go of. And it's going to make you a lot happier, because your heart is going to be shining out now. You're going to become more loyal to who you truly are, and the things that you do in your life. Your friends, your family, your co-workers, you're going to be closer to them, because you're going to be shining a light out now that is going to be a bit different than what you have up to now. And it'll bring back a balance into your life that you haven't had. This could be, again, due to whatever this new beginning is, it's going to balance you out, because it's something that's been lacking in your lives. And it could be an air sign. It could be an air sign that makes a difference in your life, okay? Or just someone that just rides in, very determined person, okay? A very determined person, or a situation that's karmic, that comes through, but it passes very quickly through your life. So it doesn't affect you in a negative way. There's going to be a joyful ending to this. Whatever this is, it's going to be good. So don't be afraid, and open yourself up to this new beginning, okay? All right, let's do there's 3 major arcana cards here, guys, okay? So these new beginnings, these things that are happening in your life is going to bring some balance, ending to some cycles, and the drop of the ego, a collapse of your ego self, which is good. You don't want that. You don't want to live that way. You want to be more of your authentic self, and it doesn't matter how long it lasts. The fact that you do it will raise your vibrations and will bring about these new beginnings that you want, that are going to be really good for all of us, okay? So we need to listen. We need to listen to the guidance. Now let's see. Let's do the interactive part and see what the angels have to advise you. A. Move your body. Thank your angels for motivating me to move my body and energy. So it's time to dance. It's time to exercise. It's time to walk. I think I already mentioned that. But for those of you that chose A, it's time to get out there. It's time to take that leap forward and not be afraid of the new things that are coming into your life. For those of you that chose B, honor your feelings. Archangel Haniel. Thank you, Haniel, for supporting me as I honor my emotions. It's time to be realistic about the way that you feel about certain things and certain people, and honor that. Don't be egotistical about the way that you look at things or other people. You need to honor the way that you feel, and don't let other people change your mind. Here's a lotus. So that's the ending of a big cycle in your life and the beginning of another. Keep moving forward, but through your feelings. Don't compromise the way that you feel to make others happy or to go down a different path. Don't do that. Honor your feelings always, so that you're true to yourself, which you need to be. For those of you that chose C, connect with music. Thank your angels for inspiring me through music. You're going to get some messages through songs that you hear, So try to listen to some music. If you have an instrument that you haven't played in a very long time, you're being asked to do this because it will help you break through your blocks. It will help you again become a child. It will heal your inner child in a sense, to go back to your instrument, to your music. This is an extension of who you are and how you want to manifest or how you want to express yourself to those around you. So pick up your instrument again, listen to music, move your body, be your authentic self. This is for all of us. Okay, guys? I truly love you. It's time to contemplate this week. It's time to be thankful. See how far you've come and how far you have to go in order to achieve the things that you want. It's time to manifest. We have it right there in the doorway. It's something new that's happening in our lives. You step on your ego and come out as your true authentic self, and you will be able to achieve what you're wanting to manifest. I love you guys. Have a beautiful Thanksgiving for those of you that are in the United States. And if you're not, get something together for family. Share with them. Love them. Show them who you truly are, because remember that nothing is ever promised to us, okay? We're here for a short time, and we need to learn how to love unconditionally. I truly love you. Thank you so much for listening to my channel, for sharing with me, for having dealt with me all of these years, for your messages that you leave down there that I truly love. And for those of you that connect with me for a reading, I love you guys. Thank you so, so much. For those of you that donate to my channel, thank you, because I do appreciate it, and I do reinvest back into the channel whatever money that I do get from you guys as a donation, and I do love you. Bye for now. Happy Thanksgiving, and I will be communicating with you again towards the end of this week. Bye for now.